What's going on, guys? Welcome to Pam Unfiltered, the spot where we spill the hottest celeb tea, break down and review all the reality TV chaos, get real about the latest trending news, and of course, so much more. So let's get into it. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on Pam Unfiltered. So Miss Love Island star Miss Huda Woulda Coulda Shoulda is back on a blog post, back in the limelight, and of course it's nothing positive. We talking about Huda here, okay? So apparently, allegedly, there was a restraining order put on Huda via her current boyfriend, Louis' ex-girlfriend / baby mama. His baby mama or baby mother, whatever you want to say, or however you want to say it, is claiming that Huda has been threatening her and her son. So we're going to take a look at what TMZ reported via, of course, the Neighborhood Talk. So let's bring that up. Let me scroll up. So it says here, a judge has reportedly signed off on a temporary restraining order against Love Island star Huda Mustafa after her boyfriend Louis Russell's ex-girlfriend claimed Huda threatened her and showed up at her home. First of all, I cannot believe these two are still together. The way they got together was so quick and so fast that I just assumed they weren't going to last. But maybe he's playing submissive to her because Huda is definitely a dominant woman. She's an alpha woman. She has to run the show. So I guess he's letting her do the, take the reins, and maybe that's why they're lasting. Which, again, I'm shocked about. But it says, according to court documents obtained by TMZ, Louis Russell's ex, Nicole Olivera, went to court and asked for protection, alleging Huda made disturbing threats and tried to break into her Los Angeles apartment building. Nicole claims Huda swore on her daughter's life that she was going to axe herself and then allegedly made what she describes as terrifying threats towards Nicole, her daughter, and Nicole's son. In the filing, Nicole says the situation escalated when Huda allegedly showed up at her building and threatened to knock the doors down. Police were reportedly called at the time, but TMZ says LAPD told them they have no official record of the call. Okay. Nicole also claims Huda has continued harassing her on social media and says the alleged behavior has left her fearing for both her own safety and her son's life. A judge has now granted a temporary restraining order, which bars Huda from coming within 100 yards of Nicole, her son, and their home. Thoughts? So that's what TMZ had to report. And you know what this is giving? This is giving that Louis is still messing with his baby mama. He's still messing with her. Huda found out and she went off. Because there's no way that you are with someone who is single. He's not with anyone. Y'all been together since what? July, August? And then all of a sudden you want to go and you want to attack his baby mama. Granted, we just learned about him having a baby. She was pregnant prior to him and Huda getting together. But if that's his ex-girlfriend, that's his ex-girlfriend. It really shouldn't matter, especially if he already told Huda about his upcoming child, right? So again, this is coming off as if he doubled back and he's still messing with his baby mama. And we all know how Huda is. We've seen it on Love Island. Again, I'm rewatching Love Island on the last episode, and we all see how jealous she gets very, very easily. Do y'all remember when they were doing like the lingerie challenge? And that's when Iris came in and she was making out with Jeremiah and she was calling her all kinds of bees, get off my man, all for just a kiss. And Jeremiah actually wasn't her man. So can you imagine what she would do when it's the man that's her actual boyfriend? So do I believe that she did these things? Yeah. But I also believe that she found out that Louis was still messing with that girl. And see, Huda has major insecurities because of what Huda used to look like. We all seen what Huda used to look like. She wasn't a pretty girl. She got... How many sisters does Huda have? I think she has more than... We only saw 2, but I think she has maybe 3 or 4 sisters. Her sisters are beautiful. And when you look at her, what her face used to look like compared to her sisters, she was the ugly duckling. But since she's gotten her nose done, Huda is gorgeous. And in fact, looks better than her sisters. But see, when you've been this way all your life and you're no longer like that, your mind is still where you used to be. And that goes for fat people too. When fat people lose all their weight, they still have the mentality of being fat. They're not thinking of themselves skinny. And I think that's what's Huda. I think that's what's Huda thinking. She's still that ugly duckling. So she has these insecurities and she reacts the way that she reacts. I'm not going to chalk this up as her being young because she's a mom. When you are young and you're a mom, or this is what society expects of you, you're supposed to mature. When you have responsibilities like taking care of a child, you know what I mean? You should now become an adult. You should be a lot more mature. And we assume that with her, but we all can clearly see that Huda is not. Huda is very immature and again, very insecure when it comes to men. She is very man focused. She's looking for that husband to have more kids. And she probably thought she saw that in Louis, but baby, you picked the wrong guy because his history does not say he's that dude. You should have chose somebody else. And now that you chose this man to be with this man, right? And you found out, because I bet you guys that's what it is. It's not being told here, but I bet you he was messing with that girl again, right? Because of course she's not going to say that to the judge. She's not going to say to the judge that she's still messing with this man, right? Because maybe the judge is not going to grant her that restraining order. But I bet you that's what it was. She was still messing with Louis. Huda found out and Huda reacted. The whole threatening of your life is a little bit drastic. I don't know what's going through Huda's head, but Huda need to see somebody if that's the case. There's no way you should be threatening your life, your child's life, another woman and her kid's life over no dude. That's just it. He's not worth it. You are gorgeous. You can get somebody else. First, get your mind right and be mature. Then get somebody. Then find somebody else. But you really need to seek help. You really do. What are you guys' thoughts on this situation? You guys let me know down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. That's it for today's tea on Pam Unfiltered. If you love the drama, the gossip, and the real talk, hit that button, like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. I'll see you in the next one.